Hey guys, Foz here once again. Thanks for coming back and checking out this video. I just want to jump on here real quick and tell my story of something that happened to me several years ago on YouTube, kind of like when YouTube went wrong for me. This is all, due to Garrett from Born to Be Rad recently has posted a video talking about how his channel got demonetized over nothing. They won't tell him why. And he's fighting to get it back monetized. And it's made him, it's pretty much put him in this stasis because when he went back and tried to delete some videos to maybe guess what had went wrong, it made him lose all these view counts, and now everything he's saying is just kind of stale over there. So go check out my boy at Born to Be Rad over there. He does lots of stuff with Dead Pit. He has his own crew called the Rad Pack. He's one of my favorite people to follow on YouTube, and just really go give him some love. Like the videos, stream the videos. He's still doing live streams and stuff, and hopefully he can get all that all taken care of. Anyways, what is going on with him has brought this up in me and made me realize I've never really told this story. For those who don't know, I'm Foz Rotten. I've been on YouTube since 2007. I went back and checked some dates. That's a long time. We're talking, it's now 2023, and I've been on here since 2007. And around 2008-ish, I started making videos pretty regularly that lasted all the way through 2011. And I was working the bulk of that time at a movie gallery here in Logan, West Virginia. And I would get the movie rentals in before they got put out to the public. I'd watch them, I'd review them. I got part of a crew on here called the DVD Fiends. Shout out to the DVD Fiends. It's where I met my buddy Justin Ryan, who still does all kinds of killer stuff on here. Mr. Parker, I think, was on there. There was a lot of cool old school YouTubers on there that I met through the DVD Fiends. And I think all that stuff's still up. You can still go check out my reviews, Justin's reviews, everybody reviews. I remember one of the funnest times was we all did a John Waters week where we all picked a John Waters movie, and I did Desperate Living, one of my favorites. So real cool old school stuff on here. I remember one of my favorites was I reviewed The Gate whenever it came out on DVD for the first time in a special edition, and that was really cool. There's lots of old school stuff to go back. The video quality on some of that stuff might not be the best, but it's cool to go back and look at. It's almost like, a time capsule, an archive of that point in time in horror and YouTube and video and the internet, and just the late 2000s. Well, sometime in 2011, I started getting dings for nothing. It was on a series of videos that me and my friends Ashley and Bruce were doing called Instant Movie Review. We created a game show where I have a crap ton of movies, and Ashley would randomly pick out a movie, and I'd have to review it on the spot, whether or not I had seen it, because Lord knows we all own tons of movies. We might not have seen some of these movies. Now, I could have lucked out, and she could have handed me randomly Airheads, and I could be like, oh, let me tell you the story of Airheads. Or she could have handed me, just whatever, Iron Eagle 3. And maybe I'd seen Iron Eagle 1 and 2, and I'd seen Iron Eagle 3 at one point, but I didn't really remember it enough to be like, well, I think this might be the one where, and then you have to instantly do a movie review and kind of BS it. And that was the goal. I loved it. It was really fun. It was actually some of the most popular stuff I ever did here on YouTube. I still have people bring that up. I actually got the nickname Hey Girl Hey, and she says she will still randomly get people coming up to her and going, Hey Girl Hey, and it was great fun. But then something happened. A company down in Florida, I think it was, a travel company, I think it was, had done some videos, I guess, that they had entitled Instant Movie Review. It wasn't the name of their company. It wasn't anything they had copywritten. It was just something that they had titled a company. Like if all of a sudden, I was doing Aaron's film reviews, and another guy named Aaron was doing Aaron's film reviews, and he got mad and started dinging my videos, sending it into YouTube that they were going against, the guidelines because of copyright infringement. And that just didn't make sense to me. I'm like, it's just the name of a video, man. Instant Movie Reviews, IMR, whatever you want to call it. It is just the name of a video. And I had no say at all. They dinged like 3 or 4 of them in a row. And I tried reaching out to the people themselves whenever I found out what happened, because back in the day, I guess you could actually see what was going on, or somehow I found that out. I don't remember. Or maybe they sent me a message even. And I was just like, look, guys, I can even change the name of this thing if that's the problem. It was aggravating, but I was like, I can change the name of this. It's just a thing we came up with. We're instantly reviewing movies. Instant movie review. Sounds cool. They got so bent out of shape. Like, they didn't even talk to me, but it seems to me like they got bent out of shape over a name for some reason. They thought that we were distracting from them, but in reality, our thing had like way more views, and if anything, was probably helping their thing. Whatever the case may be, YouTube did not care. They saw the 3 or 4 dings, and it literally just randomly, the person would really just go on there at any given time. He had some downtime at work or something, and ding a video. It wasn't even a new video. And finally, whenever I got my final ding, even though I tried explaining, tried talking to them and everything, they took my channel down. This channel that had been here since 2007, and I couldn't believe it. One day I just woke up, the whole channel was down. All the videos were gone. I'd lost years worth of videos. I never really came back from that. I started another channel, through another email address, and that was mostly just to throw up music stuff that I'd been doing under the Falls Rotten name, under, other band names. And that was fine, but never really took off. It had some cool stuff on there. Nothing that ever really made an impact. I never even really did movie reviews on there. I didn't do nothing. That was the end of YouTube for me. And that was 2011. And then I moved away. I was living in Ohio. I was doing my day-to-day grind. And out of nowhere one day, out of the blue, this was 2016, so 5 years later, I had forgotten, moved on. Farewell, YouTube. Just occasionally watching some videos, occasionally posting a music video thing on another channel. I got a message that they had finally, after 5 years, reviewed my, me combating it and saying, this isn't right. I was not ripping anybody off. These did not go against company guidelines. After 5 years, they finally said, oh, you're right, they didn't. Here's your channel. 5 years. I didn't know what to do. I really didn't know what to do. I was flabbergasted. I was like, are you kidding me? I disputed this 5 years ago. You wouldn't even listen to me. And now I have my channel back? I'm like, thanks? Now what? And I went on there. I looked at all my videos. It was cool to see all the old stuff. And it had some some early music stuff from even before 2007. I'd posted music videos of that I thought was gone forever. So it's cool to look back at my old early groups, like 3FDA was on there. An in-store that I had done at a Hot Topic in the mall was on there in its entirety. I was like, oh, that's awesome. But dude, and finally, I just decided one day, I was like, okay, I'll start making some videos on here. And I tried to do like a little IMR by myself. I think I did one on like an instant movie review of like Howard the Duck or something. It didn't work, so I don't think I did another one of that. I did a couple of life updates, and then I just pretty much started posting videos on it time to time of music stuff, just like I did with, the other channel. And that other channel is still up. I think it's called Falls Rotten Official if you go like to the at Falls Rotten Official, and this one's just Falls Rotten. And that was another bad thing. I like to keep all my things the same. At Falls Rotten, anywhere on the internet you will find me. And with the at Falls Rotten YouTube gone, I had to make this at Falls Rotten Official, so that always put the piss out of me. So now that I had at Falls Rotten back again, I was like, well, I'll just start over here posting stuff. And I never really got back into the swing of things. I would occasionally post a review of something, just randomly. I would occasionally post music stuff randomly. Me and my wife would occasionally just post videos randomly. We've done some things on our own on other channels. We've done some podcasts. We've done this and that. And really in the last couple of years, and I'll give them credit, since Dead Pit came back, and I was always a diehard Dead Pit guy. I love those guys. I'm one of the old school fans from back in the day that stuck with them, and like always, try to encourage them to come back in. The brief moments I'd have, interaction with like Wes or anything, I'd be like, dude, Dead Pitt, we need it back. I'd occasionally send him ideas and stuff. And when he came back, when, CK and UB came back, and then Garrett started doing it with them. And then through them, I found, like the other people in like the Dead Pit universe, which, now includes like Planet CHH I never knew before. And now I'm a big fan of everything he puts out. Christian does really good. He has his own style. He does everything awesome. Dead Pit has their own style. And then old school guys. Like, Dead Pit has talked about this before. Old school guys like Rambo Raff and Pizzow, they took off in the time that Dead Pit was gone. And that was around the same time I was gone off YouTube, just kind of randomly checking in on stuff. Jay the Stingray, one of my old buddies, is still doing awesome on here. Justin's still doing awesome on here. And I'm like, I look at all my old friends. I look at new people who I really like what they're doing. And I'm like, man, the Rat Packs are going really well. I'm like, I want to start doing my own stuff. So a few months back even, I was like, well, I want to really make an effort. And admittedly, it has not been going as fast with the outturn or outcome, whatever, of videos that I want. But, I'm a working man. It gets hard. I'm a married man. It gets hard to make time for all this, but I'm trying. And I don't have the best setup right now. We're in between places right now. Of the place where we're at right now is not the place we're going to be in another year. And I know this, so I haven't really worked too hard on making my situation the best situation for my videos. I've just tried to make it good enough. Ideally in my head, whenever we get into our own, hopefully, final place, I will have the dream office, the dream playhouse room, whatever, and it'll be videos galore. But I have been doing them more and more lately. Like, I just released a video on the White Men Can't Jump remake because nobody was liking that movie. And I was like, I just want to make a video to show some love for that movie. I found that there's not many people talking about hip-hop movies. Like, I didn't see any reviews, besides one Rambo did, for Who's the Man. And, and there's like a lot of other hip-hop movies I started noticing not talking about hip-hop movies that I grew up on. And I'm like, well, so I made a video of, lesser known 90s hip-hop movies. And I was like, well, that could be something I can get into now, and that Who's the Man, not Who's the Man, White Men Can't Jump remake kind of fit in with that thing. I was like, I think I'm going to start doing that. Everybody does horror, everybody does this and that. And I'm still going to do whatever I want, but that's just an idea of something I've been throwing around lately. Like, oh, maybe I'll review Fat Beach and talk about how I'd like to see a Blu-ray of that, The new House Party is great. Let's talk about the new House Party. I could show off my House Party collection. Stuff like that. And like, I've had all these ideas in my head. And one of the main people I've been watching this whole time has been Garrett, really encouraging me, not just with his videos, but just in his comments and everything, encouraging me to get back out there along with everybody else. Thank you guys. And whenever he got like so downhearted off of this, I was like, dude, I want to make a video sympathizing, showing sympathy, showing some love, and encouraging people to get out, to go over to his channel, like it, show some love. But also, like, he didn't ask for people to do this, but I'm going to ask, tell your own YouTube, when YouTube went wrong video for you. Tag Born to Be Rad in it, tag me in it if you want. I don't care if you tag me or not. But, I would like to hear, like, did you ever lose your channel? Did you get flags for nothing? I hear that stuff all the time. Make your own video and let everyone know, like, sometimes YouTube messes up. They're a big corporation. I think it's all, dude, it's all like, bots and everything over there anyways, flagging this stuff. I don't think it's anybody really doing this anymore. And whereas, like, with me, it was somebody who just had a problem with something I did. And then there was, like, no real person to be like, oh, no, that's not real. For, like, 5 years. If even then it was a real person. But I just want to get on here and make a quick minute, a few minutes video. It's now going on 15 minutes video, of course, because I can't do anything small. And just to say, that's what happened to me years ago. I wonder if that hadn't happened, where I would be on YouTube. Because I was growing. I still have, it's under 400, but it's over 300, I know, amount of subscribers on here. I could say maybe a handful of that has came since this video's come back. So I had that amount back then in 2011, whenever I went under. I could have been over 1,000 people by now. I could have, or more. Dude, it's been since 2011. If I had all those people for the last 10, 11, 12 years, who knows where I would be on YouTube. I could have been streaming. I could have been, right with that. And it really makes me think like, man, YouTube has screwed so many of us over. It's a great place, but at the same time, they need to check their shit. It's the same thing with Facebook. You can get messed over on Facebook real easy. I've always been very timid to pay any ads or anything like that because I've heard so many horror stories of like bands. It's already so messed up where if you make a post on your band page and you have to pay for it to get people to see it, even if they follow you, you still have to pay for people to see it on a wide scale. Someone could hack that and get your information, take your bank account. It's happened. It just happened recently to somebody I know. It happens all the time. And so that's why I've been very timid. I've only ever once did one Instagram campaign, and that was whenever the Boldly Go album came out, and I did that on Boldly Go for like a week. And it really didn't get any extra traction more than what I was already doing. So I said, phooey with it. I ain't doing that again. And I hate the idea of paying to get to people that's already following you. So I've tried everything. I have some stuff that works for me, and I'm very open to hearing other stuff that works. Especially on YouTube, there is really no traction on these videos. Sometimes they get 70-some views. Sometimes they get 100-some views. Like I said, I have over 300 subscribers, but who knows how many of those are even still on here. So, if you do like me, you would like to see more videos, like, subscribe, tell a friend, hey, check out Foz. He's on YouTube still after all these years, and here's this messed up story of what happened with him on YouTube all those years ago. I'll wrap up this long video, but I'm just here to say, it's good, it's bad, it's ugly. It's YouTube. Don't get disheartened by this, dude. You're killing it. Anybody else that has problems, don't get disheartened. Just make a video. Let us, be here with you. Let us help you however we can. I'm Foz. Thanks again for watching, guys. Keep an eye out. I'll have more new stuff coming out. Go over to Born to Be Rad. Check out my boys at Dead Pit. Check out Planet CHH. Check out everybody I mentioned on here. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later.